Tonight, he's going to shoot horrendous. I expect him to shoot 20% from the field. I don't expect 10% because that's just pathetic. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't score a bucket, to be honest with you. But I'm gonna be nice and give him 20% from the field. And mind you, they're gonna make excuses. I'm just letting you guys know. His fans are gonna make excuses. His fans are gonna say it's the first game. What I like about his fans is this, man, is that they hedge their bets. If he plays well, they'll say, "See, he's the future." If he plays bad, they'll say, "See, it's only the first game." Like they're gonna hedge their bets. They're not gonna take responsibility at the fact that he's gonna have a bad game. You know, if he scores 2 points, they're gonna say Kobe scored 0. But you know what? Kobe scored 0 because he only played 3 minutes and shot 1 shot. You know what I'm saying? LaMelo's living. Nah, I love basketball, dude. I'm a fan. I'm an anti-fan. You know, it's kind of like, imagine liking somebody, but also imagine not liking somebody and watching them to prove your point. Because the reason why I don't exaggerate, it's not even about him. It's about his fans, to be honest with you. And I'm a big basketball fan, and I'm a purist. So when I watch LaMelo, I say to myself, I don't see this player. I don't see this guy. And his fans are always putting other players that put him up. They're always talking shit on the point guard of the Ball brothers. They always talk shit on the coach of the Ball brothers, Luke Walton, Alvin Gentry. They always criticize Drew Holiday. Now they're criticizing Rozier. They want him out to put LaMelo in. They're always trying to put other players down to put them up. And you want to know why they put them down? They put other players down because they can't say anything good about their players because they're struggling. So they blame other players. They blame the coach. That's the problem that I have with them. You know, that's the problem that I have with them is that they just cannot praise or criticize their player. They always got to put somebody else. And you guys just cannot admit that maybe they're not that good. What if he drops 30? So you know what, guys, I'm wrong. If he drops 30, I'll come back and say, you know what, I'm wrong. Never talking about him no more. But he's not. He's gonna drop under 10. He's gonna get like 3 rebounds and 3 assists. Tell you, man, I've never seen a player so overrated in my life, yo. Never seen a fan base overrate a player more than I've seen with LaMelo. I've never encountered a phenomenon like that. And we're never gonna see. We're gonna see disappointing. I don't know how they're gonna react within the next few years, but I bet you money they're still coming up with excuses for Lonzo. They're saying this is his year. They're always saying this is his year, by the way. Oh, they're always saying this is his year. But they always bring up excuses. So it's kind of like, that's why I'm watching it. And I kind of like it. I'm happy he's in the league, to be honest with you, because he kind of gives me a reason to watch. He makes it interesting. You know, I don't dislike the kid. Like I always said, I just think he's highly overrated. He is unbelievably, undeniably out of this world into a whole new dimension and stratosphere. Overrated, and the reason why he's so overrated is because LeVar is great at marketing. I gotta admit that he's a marketing genius. He really is. Like, he may not be like working for somebody, but he has the charisma to be. You know what? I always said that LeVar should be a fucking boxing promoter. To be honest with you, I think he should be a boxing promoter. He has it. He could hype up a fucking Ice Cube. You know, he could hype that shit up. He could sell an ice cube to a fucking Eskimo in the middle of Antarctica. Like, he could do that shit. And the problem is that he has sold us a pair of goods that are not that good. I'll give Lonzo props. The one thing that I'll give about Lonzo LaMelo is that they really have a beautiful flow. Their style is unselfish. They have a gorgeous style of basketball. Like, I've always said that. Like, I love his style. He has a beautiful flow. Both of them have the flow that people like Larry Bird had. Bill Walton, other players who have that flow is like those two guys are the ones that I think of. Bill Walton, yeah, like they don't force it, and that's what the Ball brothers do. They have. I would love to play with them. If I was playing basketball and I had to choose between playing with Westbrook or the Ball brothers, I'll pick them. I'll pick the Ball kids. You wanna know why? Because they have a beautiful flow. They truly do. Like I'm just like I really am being honest. They have a beautiful style. The issue with them, bro, is that they just cannot make their shots. Like they're too inconsistent. Like like they're too inconsistent. And if they were in the same team together, they're still not going to shoot better. You're going to have two guys who are a liability. First of all, it's going to be the worst free throw shooting team in the NBA, and by that I mean they're not going to get to the foul line too much. Okay, that's not good for your team. They're absolutely not good finishers, so you're not going to have a lot of points in the paint. So you're not going to have a lot of easy buckets. Now, I'll give them this though. The flow of the game will be beautiful. It would be fast. It would be there'll be a beautiful ball movement. There wouldn't be too much selfishness. The issue that I have is that just those two guys just don't make their shots. That's the only problem. They're not good shooters. Lonzo's a better shooter, but LaMelo Ball is historically bad. He's gonna be historically bad. I mean, I'm just being honest. I know it sounds mean, but it's just nothing indicates he's gonna shoot good. You know, and you can say the shot will come, but most players, if you start out at bad shooters, for the most part, they don't get good. Only a few exceptions. There's only a few exceptions of guys who actually came in bad shooters and became good shooters. But also LaMelo's not a good finisher. He doesn't finish with contact really well. In fact, he avoids it. And when you're not a good shooter and you're not a good finisher, what the hell are you? And you're not. And by the way, his rebounding went down because I think the 10 rebound was an anomaly. But when you're just a good passer and the above average rebounder, that's not enough to keep you on the floor, in my opinion. That's not enough. Especially when you guys want him to be a superstar. That's just not enough. And for him to fix his jump shot, he's going to have to focus exclusively on his jump shot, and his driving is going to suffer. He's going to get worse because you got to practice something. If you practice something more, you got to practice less of something. So, yeah, you can say that. Yeah, I know, Marcus Smart. Yeah, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. If he doesn't decide to change his form, he's not gonna get better. If he doesn't decide to change his form, and I think LaMelo Ball has so much confidence in himself that he's not gonna change his form. You get what I'm trying to say? Like I think he believes in so much in himself that he's not gonna change his form. And I think Lonzo was humble enough to change his form. That's humbling, especially when everybody tells you to do it, and initially you say no. To go from I don't need to change my jump shot to you know what I'll change my jump shot and admit that they were right. That takes a lot. That takes a lot of that takes a lot of egoless. That takes a lot of unselfishness. And that's why I like Lonzo a little bit more than LaMelo because Lonzo's like a drone, to be honest with you. I mean, he's like a robot, like a robotic basketball player, and you don't have to worry about him when it comes to that. And I'll give him props on that. The only issue is that I don't know if he's ever going to be a consistent shooter, both of them. And I think they're going to underachieve the hype that their dad and their fans have created with them. That's just my opinion, guys. Oh man, I'm a little baked right now. I'm a little baked. I hope some of us subscribers don't unsubscribe because of this. Like, what the fuck, bro? This nigga's gonna start talking about LaMelo. I'm kind of a fan, a negative fan. That's what I am. I wanna be right. So I'm gonna be watching this if by half of the season, this kid is like 6 points per game at 28% from the field and 30% and 25% or 23% from three. I'm gonna stop watching him because I know what he's gonna be forever. And I think his numbers are gonna be. Listen to my prediction. They're gonna be 26%. No, they're gonna be 29% from the field, 23% from three, at 70% from the free throw line. That's gonna be my prediction. And my initial prediction, if you guys remember, was 32%, no, 34% from the field and 22% from the field, from the three. I've lowered my standards now. I've lowered them. He's gonna average 29% from the field. It's gonna be really bad, man. I mean, if you have a dude in your team that shoots 29% from the field and 23% from three, I don't know why you got. I don't like. How do you justify keeping him? Like what kind of argument do you have to keep a guy who's 29 and 23? That, I mean, that's really. I mean, there's no words for that. There's no words for that, to be honest with you. If a guy comes in shooting 29% from the field and 23% from three, how do you keep that on? You know, I think those are going to be his numbers. Trust me. Those are going to be his numbers. And you guys are going to be shocked when you see it. And mark this video, man. Trust me. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. I'm not saying it because I'm hating on this kid. It's just that there's no way that you're going to go from the NBL to the NBA and shoot better than you did before in the easier league. 6 months is not going to make you an efficient shooter in a better league all of a sudden. It doesn't work that way. In fact, you actually take a few steps down efficiently. It's how it goes. So he has to go down from 38 and 23. 38 and 25%. And I think it's going to go down to 28 and 24. That's my prediction.